faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, native, they hate your ass the same. Pink, they image paint you as a slave. God ain't all love. Scriptures say it. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King's dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and a curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't banish no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga.
Red where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism, watch how bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening, is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jake. So how I walk, we gon' run the summer, it's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just do baby, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit life. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified bumpers ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side. Yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still, I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Getting dividends, or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nominee a domino. So what you sucker trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all stars, I coach them up like a Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance. One West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group vibes for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been the proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going off Patron and premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat song, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas feel like a tire, a Dan D. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Daughter messed up, no. Bad news, picture beat your home, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that bitch, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaselina like my Nina Papa Ford. Took a sock, watch the door. Matter of fact, like the door. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper Free. Try to hope he's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the cow. Then when you speaking to me for. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and outdone. You can't do with the step, but niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb. Yeah, bitch, we whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. And I just made it call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Ken Calvert, 3 decades in Washington, 5,000 votes with Pelosi. This year, Calvert.
Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shem Shai Barakathum. Yahweh Shemar Thum Bashem Shai. Priest Officer 5000 Kasar Pakai. It's a Thursday night scripture breakdown class. Tonight's topic is Demon Slayer. Going into battling demons. Identifying a demon and knowing how to get to the point as well. If you become a priest and prophet to help get others to conquer their demons as well, man. But before we get to that, let's go ahead. Any questions in the room or anything, current events, anything want to be brought out? No sweat. Any questions online, go ahead, type them in the chat. And, give one more second. You see that text I sent you up? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. No sweat. He says Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 1. All right. Go ahead when you got it.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
Right. So this is one of the chariot precepts, right? In the Bible, they talk about what we would call UFOs today. In the 50s and 60s, they call UFOs flying saucers. Why is that? Because to someone looking at it, it looked like a saucer plate, a round circle, little small plate that you use as a saucer. Well, in this time, they looked up and seen it. They would look at it like a roll, like a bread roll. You understand? This is a flying roll. That's the best way they could describe it. That's how people always explain things they may not know what they're looking at in the time. So when they say chariots, because that's the type of vehicles they used. They saw horses and the chariots. It's a flying vehicle that people ride. They look up in the sky. They see this, they will say this is a chariot. Today, you might say it's a car or a plane, you know what I mean? Unidentified plane. All right. Keep going.
Verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Right. So large craft. Keep going.
Verse 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
All right. What does that mean? What does that mean?
So I guess it means that this chariot is so big that it's like going to be covering the whole entire face of the earth, we symbolizing that Christ is going to come and ensure.
Not quite. Where are you getting that at? Just okay. No sweat. When you break things down, I was talking to Aisha the other day as well. It's always good to just go line for line, bar for bar. So you know what I mean? You reread it and then explain what that part means. All right. So when it says this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth, what does that mean? Tell you one more shot.
It's the curse.
What is it talking about?
Chariot.
All right, that's it. You know what I mean? This is the chariot that goes forth over the face of the whole earth. You go a little bit further, read, and it'll give you the context of what it's saying. Why it's called a curse.
For every one that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it.
Right, keep going.
And every one that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
Right. So not only in the days, and Zion, come to this side, sit on this side, get another seat, and sit on that side. Not only in the times of Yahushua in the last days, but the angels do come and they are administering justice or making sure someone that is stealing, doing wrong, breaking the law, statutes, commandments is paying for that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what it's talking about. The angels will come, and that's why it's called the curse, because it's delivering the punishments or bringing these things to the people that are breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. Can you read?
Verse 4. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that swear falsely by my name.
Right. So the Lord is calling for these chariots to bring justice, to punish the ones that are breaking the laws. Keep going.
And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
Good night. This type of technology destroying the house with the wood, the stones, whatever is getting destroyed. All right. So that's just showing the power of the angels and the power of the Lord. That's pretty much that. All right. Anything else or any more questions on that one specifically? Right on, right on. That's crazy that you brought that one. I was just watching what they call Parliament Funkadelic. I saw a documentary on the history of funk music, and then they was playing that song "Swing Down, Sweet Chariot, Come Let Me Ride." I can't sing, so like it, but clip that. Don't clip that. You know what I'm saying? Don't post that. You know what I mean? But basically, that song is so heavy, man. It's spiritual because the roots of it come from the slave spiritual. Swing low, sweet chariot. You know what I'm saying? That song is what the slaves used to sing because they knew about Ezekiel. They heard about these stories of these chariots throughout the Bible that we have been seeing for years and years and years. Like, it's normal now for us. They're saying it on the news now. They got unidentifiable objects flying around in the sky. Like, we have vehicles that can fly and go to space. So it's crazy, but it's not as crazy to think about there being flying objects from another planet or whatever you want to call it. But 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, you're just a shepherd, you're a farmer, and you see something flying in the sky. If they're coming around now, we know that they were coming around back then. It would be something to remember, right? And so they were always praying to the Lord to have them come and deliver us from our captivity. And then you fast forward to the 1970s, Parliament Funkadelic breaking down, singing that song. I wanted to play it at the beginning of class today, but I think last time Kakama Ma did that, we got flagged and they took our video down because of the copyright. You know what I mean? But that was definitely on my mind with those chariots. They added in actual spaceships. They start talking about the mothership and playing music that sound like alien music. You know what I mean? I know they was tripping on acid in Parliament and all that. Who knows what dimensions they were going to, but in their mind, they connected that to being the chariots of God and UFOs and these things from outer space, which is in the Bible and what we teach. You know what I mean? So now there are no aliens. Those are angels, you know what I mean, that are occupying these crafts. And that's how this place is going to be destroyed too. And that's what we pray to get on a chariot, to this day, in the day of this World War III and destruction. All right. Anything else? All right. Most High in Christ. So let's get to it. Got a few precepts here. Demons, man. I'm gonna ask y'all a couple questions tonight. What is a demon? What is a demon? Go ahead. Damn right, give him a hand. You know what I mean? Right? In the spiritual realm, in the spiritual sense, you got one side, you have angels, right? Gabriel, Raphael, you know what I mean? Who else? I saw the other one, Uriel, different angels that have different ranks in the kingdom of heaven. Their job is to go and create stars, planets, etc., to go up and down and bring reports of what we're doing, and Jacob's ladder, to bring messengers. What is another word for angel in Hebrew? Is messenger. So they will bring messengers, or I talk to a messenger of God, an angel. You know what I mean? An angel could be as large as a building, as small as an ant, and can appear just like a man as we all, talk to each other face to face. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that one real quick. Angels unawares. Let me get that. It's in the book of Hebrews 13 and 2. I was talking about Parliament Funkadelic. He just couldn't resist, huh? Had to play some funky music. Let's see. Okay. Sweet low, sweet cherry. I'm gonna put some of these comments on. Okay, I see a question as well. Salakia. Let me go up. Okay. Let me see if I get to this question before I put breaking the laws of covenant, not the laws of man. Correct. You might have to be a little. Was that an answer or was that a question? A specific question. You'd be a little bit more clear. But if I'm trying to remember what we said. Oh, the curse is coming for the people that are breaking the laws of the covenant. Correct. Not specifically the laws of man. We should follow the laws of the land as long as they're lawful. You know what I mean? If they tell us to do something against our God, then we are not supposed to follow those things. That's why it's easy to be an Israelite in any nation. All right. If these laws are lawful, then there's no harm, no foul. It says 25 speed limit, do 25. It says 65, do 65. There is no room for us to really have problems with any government because our laws supersede any law where we're at. They tell you have to eat pork every Tuesday, then hell no, we're not eating no pork. We breaking that law. You know what I mean? They tell you have to go and abort your baby because they did that in China, right? You have the one-child rule. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? Those things, our law, because it comes from the Most High, it makes it very easy to live in any area. The majority of laws is going to be plain and simple. Even in America, you have a law where a man can marry another man, but it's not the law that you have to marry another man or a woman has to marry another woman. So we're not worried about that law. It doesn't apply to us. All right. We're able to move through these situations like that. Now going down, I think he had another question. Swing low, sweet chariot. Yeah, he just quoting the song. Right. Right. Shalom to the sister, Rib of Nayak. Okay. The demon is an entity created to test the faith of men. Correct. Get that brother hand. All right. That's exactly it right there, man. So on the one side, we had the angels. Go ahead and read their precept.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 2.
Right.
Be not forgetful to entertain strangers.
Right.
For thereby some have entertained angels unaware.
Right. Like when be not. One more time from the top.
Verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Be not forgetful to entertain strangers.
Yeah, don't forget to show kindness, brotherhood to people you don't know. All right. Oftentimes was the precept we talked about before, where it's easier to show love to someone that is with you. The sinners do that. It's hard to show love to people you don't know or who you're not with. That's real brotherhood for your nation and your people. And that's a commandment, Christian. Christians say the law is done away with. Y'all know one of the commandments of God is that we have to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. We have to love our people as we love ourselves. What do they want us to do? They want us to hate each other. All right. This is not only a part of our culture, it's a part of our laws that we have to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. Right. So when you are dealing with people, entertaining strangers, keep reading.
For thereby some have entertained angels unaware.
Right. Sometimes you may have entertained or been dealing with an angel and not even known it. All right. And these things happen more than you may know, especially here in the ISUPK. We have stories from brothers from back in the 80s, the 90s, up until now, different situations and scenarios where after the fact, brothers have come to the conclusion that was an angel. All right. Now, remember not to stop saying that. He was like, is this person an angel? How do we know if this person an angel? You know it's not an angel if they're doing something unlawful. You know what I mean? You seeing this brother still showing brotherhood. He coming through. He's smoking meth, crack. That's not an angel. Some people will confuse. He's sitting there talking to his brother for 35 minutes trying to discern the times and what is he saying? No, he's a drug addict. He's having mental health breakdown right now. He's a schizophrenic. Give him a couple dollars and move on. Don't look and try to pull precepts would have been break down revelations with the local knock. You know what I mean? But with that being said, he's gonna come doing something lawful. He won't be doing anything unlawful. That's the first red flag to see, okay, to judge that. But still, with that being said, make sure we treat people we don't know with the same honor and respect that you would someone in the truth, someone of higher ranking, Commander Johanna, whatever it is, precept on that. And a brother had a question. He said, treat someone, it's a stranger, the same way you would treat Commander Johnny Hunter. Go ahead.
See, someone where it says like to give honor, give our honor to the third person.
Mm-hmm.
Give our honor to brothers that's, you know, that have a higher ranking than you.
Not quite. Go ahead, sis. Uh-huh. Let me see it. Let me hear it.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 2, and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
For there is no respect of person with God.
Okay. That's not the one I wanted, but I'll take it. That's a good precept. Like the Lord, it doesn't look at this person because they're poor as they have no value, or this person that is rich that they are more valuable. And he looks at who they are based on their character and their behavior and their morals and their standards, right? But one more, you said you want to take a shot at it. The concept I said, how you treat this person is the same way you would treat, you know, someone with high regard, Commander Johanna or Christ. I'll say that. That's a bigger hint. No sweat, no sweat. It says, I'll go ahead and you go ahead and pull it. Go to Matthew chapter 25. You go to verse. Let's go to 36.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, and verse 36.
Start at 35. Salaki.
Verse 35. For I was an hunger, and ye gave me meat.
Right.
I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in.
Keep going.
Verse 36. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Verse 37. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, and thirsty, and gave thee drink?
Right. This is a king in this parable. He's saying, you did this for me, you did that for me. They're saying, when did we do this for you? When did we do that for you? All right. Keep going.
Verse 38. When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee?
Right.
Verse 39. Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto me, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren.
Right, one of his brethren, the one that was hungry, the one that was naked, the one that was sick, the one that was in prison. These are the least. These are the ones at the bottom. Read.
Ye have done it unto me.
Right, like so now you are not only holding this person in a high regard and honor as you would someone in the school or high rank, whatever. You're treating this brother that's on the street that may have nothing, or that's in prison the same way. You're treating him the same way as you would treat Yahawashi Mashiach. If we all could do that, man, that kingdom's gonna come very quickly. You know what I mean? Because that's genuine brotherhood for our people, for our sisters and our family. You know what I mean? And me, I go out of my way no matter where I'm at, if I'm, slaving, or especially if I'm around some goddamn heathens, man, slaving or whatever in San Francisco, you see a brother that's homeless, mental illness, you know what I mean, asking for money, whatever, I go out of my way to call him sir. You know what I mean? You come up like, hey, how you doing, sir? Most High in Christ, sir. Hey, well, I ain't gonna say Most High in Christ, you know what I mean, depending on where I'm at. I might be, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. No sweat. I can't do that right now, sir. I got you, sir. How are you doing, sir? I go out of my way to call him sir because I know the entire world looks at him and treats him like he's nothing all the goddamn time. You know what I mean? But in my mind, I don't look at him that way. You never know who that is, all right? So with that, that's on the one side of the spiritual realm with the angels. The angels are doing these missions for the Lord. On the other side, we have the demons that are going on these missions for the Lord. And the demons are spiritual things. It's similar to the angels, but their job is to test you to see if you, the best way I can say it, especially for the brothers, is to see if you a bitch. You know what I mean? If you're weak, if you're going to do the things you say you're doing. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 2. Anybody can say anything. People do it all the time. People do it all of the time. One of the brothers was telling me he kind of has a complex when it comes to brothers saying, I love you, care about you, or calling you a brother. I'm like, okay, break it down for me, y'all. He like, man, when I came up, brothers use that all the time, and it's not genuine or sincere, right? Love you, bro, man, love you, bro. You know what I mean? Brother. And he was like, he had to tell a few people, like, no, you're not my brother. You know what I'm saying? I got a circle of cats. These are really with me. We are partners, but we're not brothers. Don't use that word. Don't say that word because it's not sincere. It's not genuine. And in my mind, I'm like, in my generation, that wasn't a little as normal, right? Around, rolling cats. But he's saying that's what it is right now in the Bay Area, right? And it was rare that you would tell your friend or something that you love them. You know what I mean? Even the brother thing wasn't a big thing. You might say bro or bruh, you know what I mean? But unless you super drunk and telling a nigga, man, you my nigga, man, I got love for you, blah, blah, blah. That was that. On the flip side, the reason why the Lord created demons is because he's not falling for that either. You know what I mean? Because that's the spirit of an Israelite. Like we, especially when it comes to the tribe of Judah, there's a precept, I think in Luke in the first chapter, Luke 1:47, it talks about seeing the guy Nathaniel. Christ said, man, this is an Israelite indeed. Within him is no guile. Paraphrasing. That means there was no trickery, no deception. As Judahites, we come up, it's almost natural, instinctive to hustle, explain this a certain way, put extras on this, find a way. Sometimes you be listening to a brother, he telling you a whole goddamn story, a breakdown. Yeah, my mama, she's in the hospital right now. Then, a car got evicted. He gone created this whole goddamn story just to ask for $50 out. What is it that you need, man? I don't got to listen to this whole story. What do you need, man? You need $50? I don't have it. Okay, shalom. Okay, I do got $20. There you go. You know what I mean? Sometimes brother might be going through something. You just go ahead and listen to him. Go ahead. Come on. Tell me your story, man. I know it's not true. I'm entertaining right now. Hear you out and get to the end of this. Maybe it could be something that can be helped at the end of that. But that guile and that trickery, that hustle mentality, the Lord's not going for that. He created you. He said, I knew you in the womb. I knew you before you came here. All right. And you can't just tell the Lord, I'm with you. I love you. How many niggas in jail? I seen a post on Facebook. The brother was like, the different stages of the jail. First, he get into jail. He tripping out. You know what I mean? Said, how did I get in here? Next thing you know, you're talking to other cats in the cell, becoming a lawyer. Oh, you got this. I know that charges. All you got to do is talk to your lawyer. This thing, they're going to let you out. Next phase of being in jail is praying to God that you ain't going to do this no more. When you get out, you're going to go to church. You know what I mean? You're going to stop running the streets. You're just going to be with your girl, and that's it. That's part of the stages of going to jail. That's what we've always done in our captivities over and over and over again. We in slavery. You turn to God. You pray to the Lord. You say you're going to change. And as soon as you get out of jail, you right back to doing the same thing. All right? Go ahead and read Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Prepare your soul for what?
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right. You come to the Lord. You come to serve the Lord. Especially you must prepare your soul for temptation. This is what the demons come to do, to tempt you to go against the Most High in Christ. Keep going.
Set thy heart and right, and constantly endure.
Right, constantly endure, right? Get your mind right. Your heart is your mind, all right? It's not the thing that beats in your chest. This, when they use heart in the Bible, it's talking about your mind. Get your mind right and constantly endure. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Life is about warfare. That's UPK 101, man. Keep going.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Right. Don't make haste in time of trouble. Don't be quick. During the test, in the mix of the test, Satan and these demons are going to want you to make a quick decision. You know what I mean? Because in that quickness, that's what a lot of salespeople do, right? They come to you, they start talking fast. They call them city slickers in New York. They come here, hey, man, I got this over here. You know what I mean? If you just take this right here, blah, blah, blah. And they talking so fast, you don't really even know what decision you're making. You end up buying something that don't work. It's you got the AirPods from this gypsy trying to sell you some new AirPods in the box, never been open. You get home, it's some fake AirPods from China. You know what I mean? They've been doing these things forever. How do I know? They got me. Shalom. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have bought this, man. But he pulled up in the car, he talking real quick. This is that. And, you know, I know they're supposed to be $200 online. I'm like, man, let me get one of these things, man. I made a quick decision and then fall into this BS. You know what I mean? That's why they want you to move so quickly to make a deal, to make a bad decision. You're not making a logical decision. You're making an emotional decision. That's what how demons are trying to do you when you're in these situations, to make a quick decision. You're hasteful. Okay. Half the niggas on First 48, y'all remember that show? Is because they made a quick decision. They're at a party. This cat did this. I'm going to the car and I'm killing him in front of everybody. Like, you're not even a good, I'm not promoting unaliving people, but god damn, you just want to go to jail. Everybody saw you. Everybody's seen you have an argument. You know, 10 people in the party. You don't think nobody's going to tell on you, man? There's cameras everywhere. Your cell phone is tracked. Like, come on, brother. You just going to go in front of everybody and unalive somebody, man. That was a demon that took over and you made a decision in haste. You should not do that. Keep going.
Verse 3, Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Right. Stay close to the Lord. How do you stay close to the Lord? Good. Correct. That's the right answer. Now, make it plain for someone in the school. Like I said, someone coming into the truth, and these demons are trying to pull you away. How do you stay close to the Lord in the truth? How do you know? Okay, how do you stay close? How do you cleave to the Lord? You got it, sis?
So I think it would be staying in school.
Yeah. And what do you mean by that?
By putting your birthday in essentially, like coming to class.
There you go. That's it. Coming to class. You know what I mean? How did Christ say that Or how did the prophet say that we won't be healed by water baptism anymore? We'll be healed by the word. It's very simple of how we changed our life and fought a lot of demons. We came, we heard the word, we heard the truth being spoken, and we were changed in that. You understand? That's how you cleave to the Lord. Staying in class, learning the Bible, getting the precepts, getting the breakdowns, getting cuts. General Hyman is definitely doing his job. You come to class, we go to the streets to cut the world. We come to class to get cut in the things that we're doing so that we can feel that pain. Let it bleed out. If you're doing the things that we're not supposed to be doing, then you want to be in class where you're not on pins and needles, because today they're not talking about you. You know what I'm saying? But if every week General Hyman is talking about you, you're a filthy animal. You understand? You're like a bunch of cats in the alley. You argue like cats and dogs. You're disgusting. Your child's crying in front of you. He's telling you, Mommy, stop. Dad, stop. You keep arguing. You are a foul and vile piece of garbage. You're nothing but a disgusting piece of trash. You're a drug addict. That's what you are. You're a drug addict. You're on weed. You're a vile drug addict. You just in class like, God damn, he killing my heart. Let me put this out, man. I can't be. Let me put this out, man. Damn. Next time in an argument with the kids crying, you looking like, God damn it. This is what General Muhammad was talking about. All right, let's stop doing this. And then the next week, you was about to get into an argument and the kid was about to cry. You're like, nope, not doing it. You got cut. You let that demon go. You stop smoking weed. You understand? You're like, yeah, this class ain't talking about me tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. The Lord be with the person that's going through that. You know what I mean? But you come to get cut so that you can get healed and let those demons flee. All right, keep going.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Right. Now, after you make it through these tests, then Satan can say, hey, this cat is certified. This cat is really who he says he is. He ain't just saying, brother, I love you, Lord. I love you, God. I ain't going to do this when I get out of jail. He's really not doing this when he gets out of jail. He really does love the Lord. He really does love the truth. He really does love the brothers and sisters that he said he does. All right. Keep going.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Right.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Right. All these things are, you know, the ebb and flow, or the cycle of being tested. You know what I mean? Like, you brought to a lower state, you lost this, you lost that. You know, before you might have turned to do this to make money. You're making the decision not to do that now. And you ride through that situation. You take it on cheerfully, not like a geek or, you know, like a Edomite would do. You want to take it on cheerfully, like how the Issacharite brothers do. They got that thing called laugh now, cry later. You know, Issacharite brother will tell you a story that'll make a cold gangster cry with a smile on their face, man. You know, say, Holmes, like, when I was 5, my cousin got shot right in front of me and died. It's you like, bro, why are you smiling? Why are you telling me this story? It's like they have a spirit to not want to be broken by things that they laugh now, cry later. You know what I mean? Like, take it cheerfully. It's just like a cat in a fight. You know what I mean? Like, enemy hit you, you start bleeding. That blood don't make you get scared and want to run away. Seeing that blood puts a bigger fire in you that makes you want to fight back even harder and go to war even harder and hit him even harder because he tried to knock you out. Now you're going to knock him out. That's how you got to be with the demons. You know, Captain Quam said all the time, you be at the house cussing them out. You know what I'm saying? All type of words we can't say on Facebook, but get out of here, say, you ain't going to mess with me today. You know what I mean? Damn that. All right. Keep going.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Right. Gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Break it down, Izar.
Pretty much like you try to be fire. You got to go through some things in order to serve the Lord.
Right.
As you go through those things, you get put through that fire over and over again. Eventually, you're gonna come out to be gold. Something as precious as gold.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. And what is it? Why they say gold is tried in the furnace?
Because gold, when you put gold in the fire,
Yeah.
gold don't, the only thing it's gonna do is melt. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna crack it, they're gonna break, it's still gonna be gold.
Right. I got this clip right here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I don't know if it'll play over the. I can tap in. Is the speaker on? It's not on at all. Let me see. Does it need to be plugged in? If not, if it does, I won't tap into it. It's too wild there. I'll play it over this phone real quick. But I had this clip on YouTube. Let's see how it comes out. He explained it very well from a jeweler's perspective. As
far as gold, right? Gold, I know 10 karat, and I know they go up to 24. Right. And all I know about it is that as you go up, they more yellow or more like a rich gold. What's the difference between those?
Man, my bad, man. I'm glad you asking this because, like, this is what I'm on.
Right.
This is what I'm really on.
Right.
And I'm talking about tomorrow.
Right.
September 1st. For the last 90 days, for the last quarter of 2023, we selling ounces of gold here at Have a Gold Day. You come get your ounce. It's anywhere from $2,800 to $3,000. You get your ounce, and then we're gonna show you how it's 24 karat gold, how it's 100% gold. And right now, what people need to do is you need to turn your money into gold.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
And it's not saying that we gonna make the dollar bill obsolete.
Go a little bit further. Let me see. It's too close to this. Let me see. I guess he's like a jeweler or somebody that sells,
When you do 24 karat to 10 karat, you're making 2.5.
Wow. So you really just 10 karat is just cutting the gold all the way down.
Cutting it down.
Wow.
47%.
Wow. Okay.
Legal.
So somebody one time told me, and this, I think it was one of the dudes at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of asking him the difference, and he couldn't really tell me. And then he was just saying, like, look, you have to mix, if you're going to make jewelry, you have to mix it with another metal because gold isn't strong enough to just be right. Okay.
It's too pure.
Okay.
So what they're saying by that is the jewelry is real soft.
Right.
It's very, very soft. And the dude at the steak plate.
Salt dude.
Salt
yeah.
plate.
Yeah.
The reason he's sprinkling gold on there is because it's real gold and it's 24 karat gold.
Right.
And you can just consume it.
Oh, wow. You can consume gold.
You can consume gold.
Pure gold. Okay.
Pure gold. So the big thing is that once you die.
Okay, let me see. It might be.
Bro, I did this. And when we go to hell.
No, he's going to something else. Hold on. It might be this clip. He started breaking down some other Zalakia. I think I got 2 clips of it.
Gold, 24 karat gold, because it don't die.
Right. Okay.
You can put it in the fire. All it's gonna lose is the impurities.
Just the part.
Right. Okay. That's all it loses. So just like dope, when you got some fish scale Medellin, you got that drop.
Right.
You're gonna cut it.
Right. Okay.
And the reason you're gonna cut it is to make 2.
Right.
Out of 1.
Right.
Or 2.5 out of 1.
Right.
So that's what they doing.
Okay. But yeah, that's the main part that I wanted, right? Is this gold, right? They selling you is cut. They put other metals in it, and it's not pure gold. But if you wanted to try to see if this was pure gold, you put it in the fire, and the fire is going to make the impurities escape. And what you're going to be left with is the pure gold. All right. So read that verse again.
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire.
Yeah, if you had some fake gold, some stuff that's not pure, put it in the fire and find out. Keep going.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Now break it down now, Azar. What does that mean?
So essentially, sir, when that man goes through what he's going through, all of those demons that he had, the sins that he was doing, it's just going to vanish and go away because he's been put through the fire.
Whoa. Okay, you close, but you're saying this is about somebody coming into the truth. They got to be tested, right? You test the gold by putting it in fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So all these things that happen to pull you out of the truth, what is it doing?
It's making you a better brother, a stronger brother who's saying something true.
There you go. Exactly. You're proving to the Lord that you are 24 karat gold, because the brother that failed at the test, that said, oh man, I lost my job now. Well, guess what? I got to go back to scamming and cracking cards. And now he doing 5 years, 10 years. You see what I'm saying? It happened. Brothers calling from jail like, yeah, man, I should have stayed in the school. I went and did this. Now I'm in jail. You know what I mean? Brothers left the truth and had warrants. They never been arrested. As soon as they leave the truth, Captain Zara said the brother hit him up on the phone from jail like a week later, 2 days later, after he said he didn't want nothing to do with the school. Like, you fail that test in life, leave the truth and become weak, and then the Lord will say, okay, we proved he is not who he says he is. This other brother, he went through that test. He didn't turn to doing this. He didn't go back to doing that. He didn't, fall victim to this demon and start doing this, all right? And now we say this brother is pure gold. He's 24K, man. He is solid. He's one West. You know what I mean? All right. So that's that. All right. Let's go to the next precept. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 1.
Job 24.
Job 1, yeah, maybe 24. That sounds about right. Let me see what it is. Maybe a little bit. No, let's go to verse 6.
Chapter 24 and 6?
No, 1 and 6. Salaki.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 6. Now, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence cometh thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
Yeah, Satan is on his job. That's his job, to go through the earth and test people, tempt them to do evil, and to show the Lord that these people are either with him or against him. You understand? One of the OGs, man, one of my partner's father, he said when he meets new people or new friends and he might give them a ride or whatever, he'll leave $20 in the back seat, on the ground, and see if that person gives it to him or keeps it. And he was like, yeah, if they take it, that saved me a lot of money. I'm like, damn, why you say that? Break it down. He like, yeah, man, if he would have been a really solid friend, I would have spent way more than $20 in our friendship for over the next 10, 20 years with this cat. You know what I mean? Would have bought him food, would have took him here, would have picked him up, whatever he needed, because I'm a solid and good friend. I know that. That $20 just bought him out of my life. I'm never going to deal with him no more. So I'd rather give him 20 now than to find out later that he is, a snake. Today, it might have to be $100 today, because, even snakes might turn that 20 in. Like, what the hell? It's like $1. Give him $5. Right? You know what I mean? Might have to tempt him a little more and put it. And see, that's how the Lord, and that's how Satan thinks. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh Lord, this ain't enough. This is the story that we get into with Job. Like, oh, we just take this away, Job ain't gonna go against you. But we completely take this hedge around from him, and we take away his family, his kids, his cattle, his homes, then we'll see if he really is a righteous man like you say he is, right? So it's like you got to up the scale. It's not, $20. It might be like, hey, man, you lost $20 back here. But now it's like $100, $200. Somebody might be tempted to take that, and then okay, this cat is not really with me. All right, the Lord's got to do the same thing. That's what Satan's doing. That's his job. Keep going.
Verse 8, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God, and enchanteth evil.
Right, escheweth evil, right? He turns away from evil. Keep going.
Verse 9, then Satan answered the Lord and said, does Job fear God for naught? Has not thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance in increase in the land.
Right.
But put forth thy hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
Right. Yeah, I'm telling you, Lord, don't trust this cat. You know what I'm saying? If I do my job, you let me get to him, I'm going to show you that this cat is not as solid as you think he is. Keep going.
Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
Right.
Only upon himself put not forth thy hand.
Right. Now, this is the thing that'll confound any Christian. Is right here. We're not letting you leave. Explain this. How is Satan going to war with the Lord and following orders from the Lord? See what I'm saying? The Lord gave him an order and Satan followed it. He said, "Count out of one count." He said, you can touch all these things around him. Don't do this. And that's exactly what he did. Now, you tell me where that is at. You got somebody that's your number one enemy, your number one op, and they're on a mission and they obey you in the mission. That would be the first thing he would try to do if he was going against the Lord. So their whole ideology doesn't make sense. And it's right here in this one precept. All right. Let's drop down. Let's go to chapter 2 and verse 4.
This is the book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life.
Good night. So this is right here. Now let's bring it on home into the topic tonight. Like, we identify what demons are. We identify what their job is. Now, how do they try to be successful at their job? It's a conversation that you'll have in your head. You think it's your voice talking, but it's the demon tempting you and placing these things before you in your mind, telling you and using oftentimes fear, right? Fear is a big tool that the demon can use to manipulate you into going against the Lord. And it's always a good way when we say that the oppressor is the embodiment of Satan in the flesh. If you make it less spooky and think about it carnally, it can also help you understand these things. Like, the white man wants to use fear to get you to do evil. You got to pay your rent to who? The oppressor. You got these tickets and fines. You got these court fees. Now you need to do crime in order to pay these things. And now you're going to jail, and Satan is getting to punish you for you going against the Lord. You see what I'm saying? And so they have always used fear against the slaves. historically to get us to become even lower and even more base people. And now we end up carrying ourselves this way, and Satan gets to accuse the Lord. See, look at these people. You know what I mean? So that's the same way the oppressor works. You got one side, the prosecutor. He's trying to get you hemmed up. You got the defendant. In the spiritual realm, the prosecutor will be Satan, accusing us and trying to get us to do these things, set us up. Y'all heard of a bait car before. You know what I mean? See, like, that should be illegal. They put a car out here and try to tempt you to steal it. Then you hop in the car, and now you caught up. That's Satan for sure. That's how he works. Set this in front of you, and you have to choose right. And what ends fear? I asked a question tonight in class to the general. What is the best thing to do to fight fear and that demon of fear? Did you catch it?
It's about fearing the Lord.
That's the answer. I'll take that one too. Well, I agree. You know what I mean? Definitely fearing the Lord. The general also added on to that as saying love casteth out fear. Like perfect love. If you love your people so much and you fearful of losing your house because you lost your job, but you love your people enough to say, you know what, I'm never going to go back to selling dope again in order to feed my family. I'm going to trust in the Lord and have faith that something's going to come through. Trust in the process. You're able to fight that conversation that demon is having with you to go against the Most High. All right. So that's why he says, man, if you take everything a man have, it's like I can't see this too good. In verse 4, he says, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath, he will give for his life. If he can keep these possessions and things, he'll give up his life. He'll do whatever. And keep going.
Verse 5, but put forth thy hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face.
Right. So it's saying you're back against the wall. You will give up your possessions to stay alive. But if you take away these things and you take away someone's physical well-being, then he's definitely going to turn on the Lord. You know what I mean? So that's another thing as well. Satan uses the fear in your health or whatever to want to give up. People want to unalive themselves. All these different things are demons having conversations with you. All right, let's drop that. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 4. What time we got? 8:30. Okay. Matthew chapter 4. In verse 1.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 4, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then was Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
Right. Why was that? It's right on top of it. Mm-hmm.
He's being led into the wilderness to be tempted to see if he really wanted to serve and believe in the Lord.
Yeah, right. Even Christ. The things that you go through, he became made a little bit lesser than the angels. You know what I mean? Paraphrasing, to suffer the things that we suffer, to go through the same things that we go through. So Christ had to be tempted the same way as us to prove and pass this test and say that he truly is the Son of the Most High. All right, keep going.
Verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungry.
Right. So one of the big reasons why fasting is a good tool to fight demons that you're going through, especially when it's like a drug addiction, is fasting allows you to build up your spirit, because you start to understand that there's more to your being than just your flesh. But if you live in your flesh 24/7, 365, you worry about fleshly things. What kind of shoes I'm wearing, what kind of clothes I have, where am I gonna sleep, what house am I gonna have, what food am I gonna eat, what weed do I need to smoke today, what cigarette do I need to have next, what alcoholic drink do I need to have next. All of those things are feeding. What woman am I gonna sleep with next? What man am I gonna sleep with next for the women? You know what I'm saying? And for some of these weird men out there too, you know what I mean? So and vice versa, man. These people are carnal and they're fleshly. They want to feed their lust all day, every day, and they're never in the spirit. So Christ fasted for 40 days and 40 nights to get in the spirits, to understand that there is more to him than what his flesh desires, because that's how Satan is able to get us weak, is by having you become carnal in your carnality. Keep reading.
Verse 3. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God,
right,
command that these stones be made bread.
Right. Like if you have these powers, put doubt in his mind. Satan uses doubt, guilt, all these other different things. He's trying to use doubt in Christ's mind. If you are who you say you are, then use your powers to turn the stone into bread and eat, because I know you hungry, nigga. Read.
But he answered and said, It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
Right. When you realize that you have a spirit inside of you, you can do a lot more things than you think you can based on your flesh. You think you need 8 hours of sleep. You think you need, to eat every day. But you get in the spirit, you realize that you get strength from the Most High, that your energy is not only the food you consume, but the spirit that's within you. That's that getting punched in the face. Christ is ready for that, to come back and take it with cheerfully and smile and fight back. Because in that moment where he's taking this beating for us, he could have been weak and say, you know what, Lord, take this cup away from me. I'm out. F these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do nothing to do, that brother, growing up with brothers and sisters. Mama, I ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? That was him. Let him get the ass over, not me. You know what I'm saying? But Christ had brotherhood for us. He said, you know what? Going through this experience allowed him to say, you know what? I am not going to be carnal. I have more strength in me. I can do more if you have love for your people, and that casts out the fear and the doubt and all these things. Man does not live by bread alone. You don't live. If you have more in you and you can do more with just your spirit and no food, then you definitely can have a spirit in you that can go a week without smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Because you built up the spirit. If I don't need food every day, then I for sure don't need that cigarette. I can go without that. Go ahead. Yes, that is biblical. We'll get that precept next. You know where to find it? Nope. 1 Corinthians 13. Yeah, we'll go to that next. All right. Keep going.
Verse 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and sitteth him on the pinnacle of the temple and said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Right.
Against a stone.
Right. Keep going. Drop down to verse 8 for time's sake. We'll keep moving.
Verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
Good night. Like, to me, once again, updating it. I see a cat like Jay-Z or P. Diddy or LeBron James. Like these cats get immense amount of wealth. This is how Satan works. You see, if you want to know these things, just know the white man. You know what I mean? See how he moves. Oh, LeBron, you come and sign this deal with Nike, you're going to live in pools, get massages every day, any woman you want, anything that you'll never hunger. Just don't speak up for black folks. You start coming out saying something for them, we have to shut you down. You start putting some of this money into your community. And I know LeBron does this thing. I'm just using him as an example. He may try, but if he really was trying to change some things, I know the UPK, we've done enough work. So what these brothers know about us right now, you know what I mean? They would say, hey, I need to put some money behind these men. You know what I'm saying? I need to put $1 million in Commander Johanna's pocket. You gonna go buy a Bugatti with it. What are these brothers gonna do? They out here doing these food programs, out here doing this and doing that. Why not support something like that? I promise you, if they found out he gave us $1 million, he's gonna lose every endorsement until he takes it back. You know what I mean? And so those things, he might want to do it, but Satan's offering him. He's saying, you want this kingdom, you want all this glory, this honor, then you have to turn your back on them. And that's how you know he controls these kingdoms. We wrestle what? Not against flesh and blood, but against principalities in high places, the spiritual wickedness in high places. I'm paraphrasing, but principality means a government ruled by a prince. We wrestle against these government entities that are evil. You know what I mean? Epstein Island, all of that. So long story short, he has always had the ability to offer people power and wealth. And Christ got the same deal. Keep going.
Verse 10. Then saith Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written.
That's what Captain Quan was talking about. You got to curse him out. You got to move him around. You be strong in that. You know what I mean? That's what they say, rebuking Satan. Go ahead.
Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve.
Now, what is Christ doing right here? Someone will amaze me. We said it earlier about, I want to give it all away. What is Christ doing right here? Go ahead. What's on Christ? You did, yeah. You inspired me with that one. Now, he's quoting a precept. He clave to the Lord. He was rooted in the truth by knowing the scriptures. That Satan couldn't finesse him in that moment because he understood the law, statutes, and commandments. He understood the Bible. You know what I mean? That's the same way that it doesn't matter. You'll be in a situation like, damn, this sister over here, she's doing this, doing that. She has a husband. It says you commit adultery, you get put to death. I know that's a serious crime. I know that the Lord hates that. I would never do that because I am rooted in the truth and the word. You know what I mean? And that's how you have to be. Because if you're filled up with all of these songs and you're not strong enough, every goddamn song is promoting some type of unlawful behavior, you know what I mean? Deviancy. Then of course our people are falling weak to it all goddamn time because your brain and your mind and your whole spirit is filled up with evilness. You know what I mean? But you come into the truth, now your brain and your mind and your spirit is filled up with this class and this breakdown and this verse and this thing. You reprogram, you're washing your brain of the world and becoming a new person and a new man and a new woman, right? So Christ used the truth or the precepts against Satan. Keep going.
Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him.
Yeah. Now, once again, bringing it back to the carnal way. Imagine if there's the FBI and they trying to shut down the UPK, right? And they know this cat used to sell drugs. They send somebody over to him. They like, hey man, I got this connection, man. He on the wire and everything. He trying to set you up. You want to buy this? You're like, nah, man, I don't get down no more. I used to, but I'm done with that. I changed my life. I'm UPK. I'm in the truth, man. That's what I do, man. He come back a month later. Hey, man, I just heard you just lost your job. You know what I mean? The white man then made it so you lose your slavery. You know what I'm saying? He trying to pro you. You know what I mean? He done all this. Hey, man, I got this. You know what I mean? Connection. Come on. Woo, woo. You're like, man, I told you, brother. I'm not with that no more. Go ahead. He come back one more time. You living in a tent. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, we can get this money. He pull up nice, too. He riding up clean. He got a new car. First time, he was just starting out. Now he come back. Now he riding clean. Got some girls in the car. He smoking weed. He used to love smoking weed. Hey, man, come on, hop in the whip, man. Come get this money. You know what I mean? You like, nah, nigga, I told you. Now it's like you kind of beefing with this nigga. Like, bro, I'm living in a tent. I'm already pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I'm at my lowest state, but I'm really in this. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm not fucking with that. All right, bro. He gonna leave. He was like, all right, man. Call Ashiardi. Let's see if we can get this nigga. he keep resisting. He like, let's go mess with him. Satan flee. You know what I mean? Like, let's go try to get this brother. He gonna go to somewhere in Texas. He gonna get another brother. Slack y'all too if he watches. You know what I mean? I just couldn't think of no name. I was gonna say any name. You know what I mean? That's my nigga. But like, he will flee and leave you alone because we kept trying. The white man kept trying to get you. You're not falling for it. You sent them off. That's what Christ did. He like he'll flee and leave. And then what happens after that? Read that verse again.
Verse 10.
11. Slack.
Verse 11. Then the devil leaveth him.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, angels came and ministered unto him.
All right, you pass the test. Next thing you know, next day, boop, you get a call. Hey, Most High Christ, man. Hey, you still looking for a slavery? I heard you was kind of down bad, man. You know, brother said you was out there. Why you didn't call and tell me? Your captain called, come check you. What the hell is going on? You didn't let me know this was going on. Hey, man, we got a job for you over here, man. You come over here, We get you in a situation, bro. You go stay at this brother's house for a minute. We get you back on your feet, man. The angels come and minister to you, and you get made back whole and be in an even better situation than you were because you passed that test. And a lot of times we don't get to that point. I'm not saying we, but people don't get to that point to let the angels come and minister to them because they fall victim to those tests. You know what I mean? So that's that. Commander Johanna, a lot of these things are in the demon lecture he did. Are demons real? If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you already seen it, watch it again. You know what I mean? Maybe watch it once a month. It's good for yourself, for your spirit, for your relationships, all of these things, for the brotherhood, the sisterhood. Satan's biggest thing to attack in the UPK is our brotherhood and our sisterhood. All right? If he can attack that, then he can stop the school. So with that, let's go to the next precept, Matthew chapter 18. This is, now we heard about the problems. We know how he worked, how he moved. How do we fight against these things, man? This will be one of the keys to go to. Matthew chapter 18. Let's go to verse 15.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Moreover,
right,
if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
Right. This is a masculine language, the Hebrew. We go to the masculine, the brother, but that means a sister as well. You know what I mean? If your rib offend you, if your husband offend you, vice versa. You know what I mean? These things. Go ahead.
Go and tell him his fault.
Did it say go to Facebook? Go ahead.
Go and tell him his fault.
Did it say go to Instagram?
Go and tell him his fault.
Talk to your mama.
Go and tell him his fault.
Talk to another brother about what this brother did to you.
Go and tell him his fault.
Read.
Between thee and him alone.
All right. Like oftentimes in our minds, it's just a natural thing. Self-preservation. That's being carnal. An animal wants to preserve himself. Even a dog, you come in and it looks like the dog then bit up the couch. If it's two dogs, one of them is going to try to make it seem like the other dog did it to preserve himself from being punished. That's natural. Our mind has evolved through time to not see what we're doing and only see what someone else is doing. So oftentimes in a council or if you in a situation, be conscious of what you're doing in that moment and pay attention to everything that you're saying, not so much to what the other person is saying, because the general is going to want you to remember what you said, right? And oftentimes in those situations, you may have felt wronged and you were wrong, or it just may be miscommunication. But going to he and thee alone, you're going and telling it from your perspective, in your mind, you're right. And come to find out in the council, you're wrong. But if you're telling this brother to the side or the sister to the side, this person did this person did that, what is that going to do for that brother or sister, I'm saying it in a lot of different ways, to the other person? What is it doing? Okay, let me make it a little bit clear. I have this issue. I was offended. I didn't go to the brother. I go to someone else and say, you know what this brother did? You know what he said? You know how he did that? You know what she did? You know what this is did? What is that going to make the person you're telling this to feel about the other person? With who? A righteous person would, but oftentimes it don't work that way. They're naturally for friendship, whatever, because I'm sure because you're having these conversations, most likely close already, they're going to take your side and look at that other person as if they're wrong. But you don't even know. You get to the damn council and find out, no, you was wrong. So now you have created a conflict and a issue between another brother that never had an issue based on you going to them instead of going and being direct and addressing the actual person that the issue was with. Because sometimes it may not even get to the council. Like I said, we didn't even get to that. I'm skipping ahead, but it could get resolved right then and there. You know what I mean? Keep going. Thee and thee alone, if he shall.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Mm-hmm.
If he shall hear thee,
Mm-hmm.
thou hast gained thy brother.
Right. And that's also the demon that may be talking to you, that conversation in your head. You can't have that conversation while you're talking to them and thee alone. Now we're getting to the root of this thing. I was offended. This is what happened. The brother can either say Salakia, the sister can say Salakia, and you accept that apology and y'all back good and you move forward. Or they may not accept that. And what do we do next? Keep going.
Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more,
Mm-hmm.
that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses,
Mm-hmm.
every word may be established.
Right. Now you do take it to a council and you get every word established and you understand, okay, what did you say? Now, what did you say? Now, this is your point. Now you explain this side. Okay, now you explain that side. All right, now we're going to make a determination of what happened and how we're going to move forward, right? These things right here are so important and so heavy to maintaining the truth and maintaining brotherhood, because you're trusting the process. It's already been set in stone of how to handle these situations. In my mind, like going around family in the world, you realize how normal it is to get down like this. It's like this sister, she telling me, yeah, my cousin, she moved in with my mom. She been staying with her. She from South America. She ain't never paid no bills and she don't clean and she don't do this. And my mom been telling me this. I'm like, did your mom go and tell her the problem? You know what I mean? Why are you privy to this? And now why am I privy to this? I live in California. You live in New York. And they live in Philly. Like this has gone all the way over here. But the main person that needs to know about this offense is not even aware. It's just become our culture as Blacks and Hispanics that we don't address things head on, and it feels more comfortable to address it to someone else. And that's what destroys our brotherhood all across the board, our sisterhood all across the board. So we can't bring that into the truth, that worldly outlook of looking at counsel and these type of things. It's not snitching. It's not telling. It's about doing what? Keep reading.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And if he shall neglect to hear them.
Well, I skipped that part though when it says thou hast gained thy brother. That was the whole goal of you going to that person anyway. To gain the brother, to gain the sister back, to be tight like the first day y'all met. And now you're going to the council once again to gain that person. But if they neglect to hear the counsel, keep going.
Verse 17. But if he shall neglect to hear them, tell them to the church.
Mm-hmm.
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
Good night. I love this precept for two reasons. For one, obviously, they say we're going to go to a major council. Everyone in the school is saying this is the situation. You're wrong in this. You don't want to accept it. You're fighting that. And there's nothing we can do other than kick you out. But it's a cold precept for that, the Gentiles, salvation, all that. Like Christ literally said, treat him like a heathen, which means Christ didn't mess with the heathens. You know what I mean? It's right there. He's telling you, treat this brother who is your people like he's not your people. That was our culture, man. At a certain point, we cutting you the hell off. You know what I mean? So it's in red. It's writing his own words. He said there is a point of no return for an Israelite, and we will kick you the hell out, right? But also, yeah. So that's that. Let's drop that. Let's go to my last couple of precepts. We get into 9 o'clock. Matthew chapter 8, verse 29. But yeah, that's the glorious thing, man. Like this is a go ahead when you got it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 8, and verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, they cried out, saying,
Go to verse 28.
Verse 28. And when he was came to the other side into the country of the Galileans.
Yeah, I don't know what that Gergesenes. Yeah, go ahead.
So like the Gergesenes, there met him two possessed with devils, coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way.
Right, like this to me sounds like cats on dope today, man. They possessed with demons, full of demons. They they living at they're coming out of the tombs. You know what I mean? I don't know what type of mental illness these cats had, but they had a couple demons on them, and they're coming out, and they're fierce, like they angry, they're moving like the Thriller. You know what I mean? Like zombies. Go ahead.
Verse 29. And behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Yahushua, thou Son of God?
Right.
Art thou come hither to torment us before the time?
Right. Before what time? Why is that so important to them? Like, what is the ultimate goal of a demon? What? Yeah. Exactly. Before the time that we get to unalive this person, to kill this person. We don't know how many times someone may be a week or a couple of days away from being unalive. You know what I'm saying? Unaliving themselves, or someone coming and doing something to, like, so many people might be a few days away from that and not even know it. And they make the right decision and they pass these tests or get past these things. But that demon's job, he's saying you coming before the time that we get to actually get these cats to die. And they want to get their rank raised. You know what I mean? They running around caveat, as I said, they running around saying if they can get that win and get you to die, they can go before the Lord and say, man, we tired of dealing with these petty, evil people. Give us some stronger evil people. Let us go and be with Donald Trump, Lord. We're going to get him to start World War III. Like, they want to go and get someone to do some more evil. These demons are getting rank raises off of people. Don't let them get no rank raise off of y'all, Akin, Wakin. You know what I mean? Like, you got to fight those demons. And is there anything else on that? Keep going.
Verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a good way off from them, and herd of many swine feeding.
Right, and that's how you know that this is the demon's job. Keep going.
So the devil besought him, saying, if thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine.
Right, I'm just going to paraphrase the next part. He cast them into the swine ran into the water, and they died. Like, they had to kill something, you know what I mean? Which is so white. That's how you know they got the same spirit. I seen this TV show, man. It was an Italian mafia member, and the show started off. The first basic scene is his son is riding his motorcycle, celebrating his birthday. He went to the black side of town. Some Edomite came and hit him and killed him, and then drove off. And they ended up blaming the black kid. They didn't know who to blame, but between the time that they didn't know anything at all, he in the backyard, I think he killed like a dog or something. He beat the dog half to death in one of those scenes. You know what I'm saying? He was so angered that he had to kill something because of the pain he felt for his son dying. I think he killed the dog in one of those scenes early on in that show. You know what I mean? He's in the backyard. He getting calls. They don't know what it is. He just started beating the dog to death and killed it. Or it might have been another animal. I can't remember what it was, but something like that. And that's the spirit of like a demon. It's like, my job is to kill. I need blood. I need to kill something. And I couldn't kill them. At least let me kill these things. You know what I mean? And that's how our oppressor moves. All right. Go ahead. Oh, you know the show? What is it called? Okay. Yeah, I don't know how far I got to it. If I got to the conclusion, I might have to go back and finish it. I forgot about that show too. It was a pretty solid show. Go ahead.
I remember the guy that had jumped off the Bay Bridge in Espada. He had jumped. He immediately regretted.
Right. That was yeah. Give him a hand. I remember Jim Muhammad bringing that out. He was like, that demon left. He's like, I done my job. I'm out. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You know, brothers are able to go to prison and become doctors and lawyers, get all the degrees, become a philosopher and all of that. Why? Because that demon did his job and got you in prison. Now I fled and left you. You know what I mean? So let's drop that. Let's go to Mark 1:27. Where the hell? This one, I got one more after that. We're out of here.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 1 and verse 27. And they were all amazed, insomuch that they questioned among themselves, saying, what thing is this? What new doctrine is this? For with authority commanded he even the unclean spirits.
Damn. Like they were amazed at Christ because oh man, we might as well get the context. I always have to do that. This is another one. Let's go to verse 21.
Verse 21.
It's locked in, yeah.
And they went into Capernaum.
Yep, Capernaum.
And straightway on the Sabbath day, he entered into the synagogue and taught.
All right, here's another thing, sidebar, just showing that they did schools too back then. Like everyone always hears about the temple. The temple was mainly for sacrifices and bringing tithes to the priests. But where they went and learned the Bible, the Torah, the Tanakh, were in synagogues or these schools, what you would call a school today. Today they call them shivas in the Jewish community. They spent hours and hours. Christ went into the synagogue to teach at a school about the Bible and about the truth. Keep going.
And they were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one that had authority and had not as the scribe.
Right, and that's a fake Israelite to this day. That's literally like there's nothing new under the sun. Fake Israelites don't teach like Muhammad. They don't teach with authority like Captain Tazariah. They don't teach with authority like Commander General Yohana. Like when they teach, they're fellowshipping. You know what I mean? They are what's another thing that they're always debating these things. Like we debate to destroy our enemies, but they debate to actually hear your side of the story and say, you know what I mean? They're never saying we are the home of the truth. If you're not in here with us, you're not in the truth. They don't have that authority. They'll never do it. The scribes and the Pharisees were doing the same thing. They like to philosophize, just like, you know, the conscious community. Oh, I want to hear your story. What do you believe? Oh, we Egyptologists. Oh, okay, Kemet. Okay, I went into a little Buddhism. I think that's the way to the truth. You know what I mean? What's this over here? I went into these guys, the Hindu and Nature Boy and this and Polite. And, you know what I mean? All of these different. This is how I view the spirit. This is how I view life. And they sit there and they go back and forth and have these conversations. And the Sadducees and Pharisees, what do you think Moses meant when he said this? Well, I think he said this, brother. But what do you think when Isaiah was saying this? And none of them really were hard pressed to say, this is what it means. This is the truth. Don't do that. You have to do this. Stop doing that. That's how Christ taught. That's how we teach in the UPK, man. We're not backing off of nothing. We're not kind of sort of telling the breakdown. This is what this means. You have to accept it like this. They were amazed and astonished because he taught as one that had authority, like the Lord told him to do it. How else are you supposed to teach the truth other than if the Lord told you what to say? You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And there was in their synagogue a man with an unclean spirit, and he cried out,
right, saying,
let us alone.
Yeah, they scared of Christ. Keep going.
What have we to do with thee, thou Yahushua of Nazareth? Art thou come to destroy us? I know thee, who thou art, the Holy One of God.
Well, imagine seeing this. You know what I mean? You seeing some cat possessed. You know he's a dope fiend. Like this cat is running around the hood every day. He's out of his mind. Back up for me. Don't touch me. Don't touch. Get away. Get away. And he talking like little kids here and aunties and that. I've seen that in San Francisco. It'd be like the one dude by our camp. He was like, yeah. And then that's when my aunt touched me. And no. Next thing you know, he's saying something else. He fighting this and that. And you walking up, you notice your local dope fiend, your local demon-possessed cat. And he come up and see one of the prophets. He like, hey, what you doing here? He talking straight. No, I know you, Yahushua. You the chosen one. And his voice changed or whatever. You know what I mean? Hey, this is, he's like, what the hell is going on? I know who you are. You are Commanding General Yohana. Don't harm me, my lord. You're like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Keep reading.
And Yahushua rebuked him, saying, hold thy peace.
He said, Shammai, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And come out of him.
Yeah, leave him alone. He's not talking to the person. He's talking to the demon. Keep going.
And when the unclean spirit had torn him and cried with a loud voice, he came out of him.
All right. He like, man, I didn't get to do my job. I'm out. Go ahead.
And they were all amazed in so much that they questioned among themselves, saying, what thing is this?
Yeah, we never seen anything like this before. Keep going.
What new doctrine is this?
Yeah, I read Isaiah a lot. I don't remember that part. Go ahead.
For with authority commandeth he even the unclean spirit.
So not only did he break the Bible down with authority, not only did he go through the verses and precepts and tell you what Moses meant, what Ezekiel meant, what this meant, what that meant, he also had authority over these demons. Go ahead. That's a lot. Let's take your notes. Go ahead.
What new doctrine is this? For with authority commandeth he even the unclean spirits, and they do obey him. And immediately his fame spread abroad throughout all the region around about Galilee.
Right, and that's where we want to grow and follow. Christ said, "The things that I do, you will do even more and even greater things." Man, like we want to build up our spirit, our works, being rooted in the truth, to where we are not carnal and don't have carnality in us, to where that we can see things spiritually and be able to command these spirits and these demons and move them around the same way. Like I said with Captain Kwong, like, you get behind me, Satan. Get the hell out of here. We're not having that. And one of the biggest ways to fight demons within your families and your relationships, Commander Johnny said, is knowing the roles of the household and knowing who the man is and who the woman is. Esau, the white man, one of his biggest tools to destroy families is to reverse those roles, push the LGBT community. Those things don't matter. Gender doesn't matter, and all of these things. If there's a rule of order, of structure, that quells down conflict. You understand? And if everyone knows their roles, wives obey their husbands as the Lord. Husbands, love your woman according to knowledge. You having the knowledge and the mercy. What does it says? As the weaker vessel. Give me that one. So I can always say one more. That one. Imagine how to pull the excellent precept on that. I think it's 1 Peter, but let's see, I'll just double check. The weaker vessel. First Peter chapter 3. Yeah. See, that was a demon there, made me doubt myself.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, and verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
Right. How do you give honor to your wife?
So I guess by knowing, like, you know, she's not equipped to withstand the amount of pressure that the man is capable of withstanding.
Okay. But how do you give honor to her then?
By acknowledging that, you know, she's the wicked vessel, and that you have to be that strong person for her.
Not quite. So let's take it into a different. How do you honor someone, anyone? How do you honor them? How do you give honor to them?
So like by doing something that they did, which is like good in the world, like your parents kept the commandments, so you should do the same thing by honoring them, by keeping the commandments.
Not in that context. Not in, maybe in the past tense, maybe like in the present tense. How would you bring it? Go ahead, sis.
So to recognize her as being your rib, like as loving her, like will be the way in which you're supposed to, like as Christ of the church.
You're very close, both of you very close. To be more direct, okay, when somebody gets a lifetime achievement award, what are they doing? They're honoring them, right? What is the purpose of them giving this person an award? Exactly. So read that verse again.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
Right. Like, if you know that women don't do these things, typically, or not handling these things, the way he explained it, he was like, if you had a bat, all right, and this bat is a weak bat, but you hit a home run with that bat, you would cherish that bat. You would honor that bat. Like, this bat did more than what it was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Out of 1,000 men, I found one. Out of 1,000 women, I found none. You find a solid woman, you got to honor her and give her credit. She can't be messing up 24/7. He said, you all around the brother, hey, shalom, you was the one, hey, you filthy, you're dirty, you're getting up. Like, you just can't find nothing good. She can't be doing evil 24/7 now. You know what I mean? Give the sister credit for doing the good things. You cooked all week, baby. Come on, let's go out and eat tonight. You know what I mean? You handled this, you did that, you took care of the kids. Give them honor, man. Bring them, you know, flour, whatever it is, how you honor them. Some sisters may want flour, some sisters want a meal. My rib don't want no flour, mostly. We get some Raising Canes or something, you know what I mean? That's the flowers for her. You know what I mean? So those things, though, but you give honor to them as the weaker vessel, the credit, you know, you get into you know, these major councils with the generals in the school, as far as, you know, as we plan what we're going to do in the future. A brother may do something and you get a written accommodation. Okay, this brother did this, he did that, and did that. We want to give him credit for that. The general is going to say, okay, what's his rank? Okay, he is an officer 5,000. Yeah, we're not giving him a written accommodation for that. That's what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? What is this brother's rank? Oh, he's an officer of 50, sir. Get that brother accommodation. He's approved. You know what I mean? He went above and beyond what's expected of him, and he should be honored for that. You know what I'm saying? So with a man, you may not get credit for doing something because it's already expected of you to do these things. But a woman, you got this sister out here, you got this is doing this is doing that, she's doing that. She got her demons. She may have a mouth on her sometimes, but goddamn, she's doing this and doing this, man. Give her credit for that, and you will see her do more. That's what a coach is for. You know what I'm saying? Like, a coach is saying, all right, he's pushing you. You think you're done, but come on, go, push. You got a little bit more in you, and you'll get more out of that, you know, player, because the coach is there guiding them and pushing them and getting them honor and encouraging them. And that's what a husband's supposed to do. So one more time.
Verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel,
right?
And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
Right. So that's a glorious thing in a way to fight demons a lot of times in relationships as well. So those are things that we can do for the sisters. Identifying as a demon, you know the structure, you know the role, and you say, okay, this is a demon. And once again, always studying your oppressor and knowing, does this benefit the oppressor, or does this benefit our people? Is this benefiting our children, or is this benefiting the oppressor? If we are divorced, living in two households, we both have to pay rent. What kind of sense does that make? We both have to work these extra jobs to feed the same children. Like, this is benefiting your oppressor. Is very simple. You know what I mean? The way that they operate, if you just always bring it back, okay, you see the spiritual side of it, then bring it back to the carnal side of it. See the oppressor wants us destroyed. Am I furthering helping him? When I'm selling drugs, I might as well put white face on. Drewski ain't got nothing on a drug dealer. You are in white face and you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? A pimp is in white face. A prostitute, OnlyFans girl, she might as well be dressed as a white woman. A lot of them do now. They got the blonde hair. They got everything. They got the cocaine the white girl got. Now it's all in the nose. They living like a white life. You know what I mean? You become whitewashed. When you do that, you're on that side. You're not on our side. You're not helping our people. That's it. You fell to the demons. This brother is facing everything. The world is on his back. There's a sister named Shahrazad Ali. I believe she's a Muslim, Nation of Islam, but she says a lot of heavy things when it comes to speaking about male and female relationships. and understanding the plight of Black men, which is often not voiced from the women's side. You know what I mean? And saying like, hey, man, the boss hates him. The police hate him. The other brothers in the neighborhood hate him. He got hatred surrounded from everyone. The only person that he comes to seek some rest and seek some solitude and what's that called? Yeah, seeks rest is his woman. And if he goes there and he's getting held too, I mean, what do you expect to see from this brother? You know what I mean? There's a precept in Ecclesiastes, I'm just quoting, I ain't gonna pull it, where it says that basically a wicked woman makes weak knees. You know what I mean? This brother, you're killing his spirit. He can't be strong. He can't stand up as a man because the woman he's with is tearing him down. And that's the last, you know, hope he has of getting built up in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what the truth is for. That's what the brotherhood is for, that we can make it through anything if we stick together, fight with each other. And demons want you to be by yourself. If you don't, you know, lock in with the brothers, that's how they can destroy you. All right. So that's that. Go ahead and close out the class. Salute everybody. Yahweh Shem Yahshai Baruch Thumb. Yahweh Shemar Yahweh Shem Yahshai. With that, class is dismissed.